Ready, buddy? Are we ready to have a drama-free live stream? Boop. Hello there, Maya. How you doing? Linda, Debbie, Catitude, Ruth, John. John, you still send Elizabeth cards on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Always ignored. I'm pretty sure I freaked her out. Well, John, you're playing a dangerous game there. I wouldn't, but that's, I don't know. Maya, who looks crazy in what picture? Hello, Bruce. Hello, Deutsch. How you doing? Yes, Deutsch Max is doing perfectly good. He's being a good boy, eating his duck. He has thrown up a couple of times recently, but we think it's hairball related, so we've been giving him some laxatone recently. Hello there, Tranquil. Yoda. You mean the thumbnail for the live stream, Maya? Is that what you're referring to? If that's what you're referring to, that's actually Tiny, not Yoda. Yoda's not quite as wide as Tine is. But they do look somewhat similar, though. Yeah. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you for joining me and Maximus here on this Tuesday. Just one more day in 2025, then we'll be done. You know, Bruce, I think his stitch is gone. I think it finally dissolved. Cindy, hey Cindy, how you doing, Cindy? I'm glad you were able to make the live, Cindy. I need to show you something, Cindy, on another cell phone. Hey Jesse, about your comments, because I know you've made some comments saying you don't see your comments. So I want to show you something. If you're okay with that. Jesse, I mean all the time. I get called nice names. I will have to keep an eye out for any potential new people because, well, that's all I'll say for the time being. Maxie, it's not Saturday. You're not coming out of here at the moment, buddy. You're like, let me out of this room. Like, no, Maxie, no. Max. Oh, come here. You got fleas, buddy? I did want to ask those in chat a question. Excuse me. It's a question that I asked on a short, but I wanted to delve into it. I wanted to delve into it a little bit more. Jesse, I was dealing with kind of a troll just about a week ago or so, or I mean, just a day ago. John, still need to talk about the notifications, but after the holidays, yeah, John, no worries, no worries. Whenever you're available or wanting to have that conversation, John, with notifications, just send me an email or something, and we can set up a time, excuse me, to talk. Excuse me. Sorry. I am still, I sound like I'm probably a little sick, even though I feel okay. Maxie. So the question I wanted to ask people that are in here, and you kind of already went over it, you kind of like already had your comments, but I did want to just like delve a slightly deeper into it. Not a lot. I'm not going to take like the 50 minutes to talk about this, maybe like 10 minutes or so. Hello there, Kevin. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. So I made a short a couple days ago about should you be able to claim your cats as dependents, right? Hey Ryan, how you doing? On taxes. I think the vast majority of the comments I got back said no. I thought no as well. However, though, I have given it to some thoughts, and I think, hey Tigress, I think if there were like limitations put on it, like say you can claim up to 2 or 3 cats, and you could be able to like, it could be like $500 per cat. I think something like that is reasonable because maybe that might help a little bit with like vet visits and things like that. So I think that's not a bad idea, um, to be honest. But what do y'all think? If you have any thoughts on that, feel free to put them in. If you don't really care, say you don't care, and we can just move on. But it's just something I just gave a little bit more thought with some of the comments that I had kind of back and forth with that. Catitude, I saw your video, not your video. I saw your comments, and I was gonna reply back to it, but I don't know what happened to it. It's like it's gone. I did see your comment for a split second. I think you maybe I think you used some colorful language, Catitude, in your comment. So I think that maybe flagged YouTube to take it off. I'm not sure, but I could not find it anywhere. John, the question was, should those who live with cats, like most of the people in chat, should cats be able to be claimed as a dependent, and should you be able to get money from them? Kind of like kids, human kids, they can be claimed as dependents, like up to a certain amount and up to like a certain dollar amount. Should it be the same with cats? Hello there, Ray. Have you seen them Russian cats? They look adorable and unique. Are you talking about Russian blue cats, Ray? Also, hello. Also there, Ray. Hello there, Spence. How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Bruce, no, because then everyone will have 3 cats just for money. But it's only $500 though, Bruce. So there's a limitation to it. I don't think like $1,500. You're gonna be able to do much with, especially in today's economy. It ain't gonna get you far. That's like a month's worth of grocery shopping, basically. Hello there. Is it Canely Fortney? Terrible. I'm terrible with names. You have ADHD and you're struggling with making friends. And I'm long distance with my best friend. Oh, okay. Well, see what we can do for you. Jesse, if they did it, would be all animals because they wouldn't just do certain pets. I think they'd have to limit it, Jesse, to like the main two like pets in America, like a cat and a dog. I think those are considered the main two. Hello there, Joseph. How you doing? Yeah. Excuse me for sniffling in your nose. John, no, that makes no sense to you. Catitude, yes, you said some things about, yes, I understand Catitude. And that's probably why I was taken off. Um, Hello there, S133. We should at least get free cat food, like similar to EBT. Why do you say that, S133? Why do you think we should get free cat food? It's not really free. I mean, somebody else is paying for it. Hello, Dara. I'm sorry I didn't say hello to you already. Kevin, you think it would be abused and people would have cats just for the deduction instead of loving them? It is a potential, Kevin. Yeah, for sure. That is definitely a concern. Dara, funny about the comments. I truly do not think that YouTube is monitoring the comments, and they may not, at least not a human, Dara. I think robots, bots, AI, I think they monitor everything, but as far as human eyeballs, it's probably very limited. Hello there, Greg. How you doing? Yeah. Let's see. Not Spence, Joseph, as a charity. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Joseph. John, to all homeowners, have you all actually read your homeowner's insurance policy? Many have rules for the amount and types. Yeah, yes, John, that absolutely. I think it depends on your insurance policy. It also depends on your HOA. Also, John, like where we live, because we live in a rural county, there's no like limit. At least I don't think there's a limit, but there very well might be a limit. Might be. Hello there, Rune Pie. How you doing? Nice to meet you. If you are new, especially, big hello to you and welcome. Love the little. I think that's a kitty you got there. Hey, Mike. How you doing, Mike? Bruce. A cat is a family member, not an animal just for tax deductions. It needs a happy home. I don't disagree. It's just a conversation I wanted to have for just a few minutes. And I'm thinking, like, again, it's scary when I think my wife will put in the comment section again that on Tuesdays, I want to bring up a topic, just a little bit of a debatable topic, or just something to have a bit of a conversation with for, again, 5, 10 minutes or so, not the whole live stream, but just for a little bit, just a good faith conversation with y'all. I think that would be kind of something interesting. Saturdays, I'll still keep kind of the free flowing, but on Tuesdays, I want to, like, I don't know, you can call them thoughtful Tuesdays or something corny like that. That's what I'm thinking of doing in the future. Spence, what's going on in the U.S.? Well, Spence, a lot. Can you narrow it down, Spence, a bit? Jesse, you wouldn't want to live with an HOA. Yeah, that's part of living in a subdivision, unfortunately. Mike, this is Max. Max is our diabetic kitty. Well, he's not diabetic anymore. It seems like he's in remission. But he's also the one that had like some wounds on his face that are a lot better now. He's just acting all dramatic here. I got to get under the table. I'll get a little bit of a closer shot with him. Hey, Mr. Maximus. Uh, my HOA is for expensive areas. I don't know, Maya. My mom lives where she lives. I wouldn't really call it an expensive area. It's kind of a bit of a ran down area, actually, and she has a very expensive HOA. Hello there, Raz. Raz, I'm just gonna call you Raz if that's okay, because I don't want to screw up your name. So I usually go live on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock, and then on Saturdays at 2 o'clock. Raz, Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, so an HOA DARA is something out. A DARA is something out in the United States, a homeowners association. So it's basically like rules and guidelines that you're supposed to obey and follow as a member of the community. Stuff like cutting your grass, making sure that your outside of your home looks nice, aesthetics, stuff like that. We live in a very though relaxed HOA where literally people do pretty much whatever they want and nobody cares. Spence, yeah. So I was asking, like, say, out in the UK, Spence, a tax deduction. Do you think that people in the UK or in the US, wherever you pay taxes at, do you think that people should be allowed to have a tax deductions if they had like cats or dogs? That's what I was asking. John, no HOA there, but I'm at my limit, including your tenants of 5 cats and 1 doggy. How is your tenants doing, John? I mean, if you don't mind saying. Hopefully they're doing well. Raz, I'm not sure if you heard my answer before, but it's Tuesdays at 7 and Saturdays at 2. Heather, what's up? We have a New Year's to the well, no owners, no owners. We don't believe in owners, Heather. We're pet parents, cat parents around here. We don't own anything. You can't own an animal, but not a cat. This is Max, Heather. Actually, my wife, if you're on here, which I'm assuming you are because you have a comment right there, can you bring up the phone, the other phone, for just a moment? Cindy. Excuse me, Cindy, are you still on here? I want to show you about the comment thing, if I can. Welcome back, Tranquil. Maybe that'll be my next question next Tuesday is what do y'all think about HOAs? But I feel like there's a bit of a distaste for it. John, you hate HOAs? Thankfully, zero here. Just a couple of town regulars like no abandoned cars all over, and then tenants are doing well. They've been here for 2.5 years. Yeah, it's been a while, John. I'm glad they're doing well. I don't really have anything new to say with Max. He's been doing well. He has thrown up a few times, like over the last week or so. We think it's hairball related though, because when we clean up his puke, there's like a mixture of his food, but then there's a mixture of like black hair as well. So we've been giving him some Laxatone just to kind of help prevent some hairballs down in his tummy. Hello there, Les. How you doing? Oh, you hear somebody. Okay.
You know, it's usually a good idea to actually close the door all the way.
All right, so let me show something here. Just hang on a second. This is not going to be cat related. Well, it's kind of is cat related, but you're just not going to see. So Cindy, I know you've been talking about like comments, right? You're not being able to see your comments. So what I think might be going on, Cindy, I'm going to go to like my last short here, just showing Rosemary. Okay, let me pause that. Let me go over to the comments. And then I think, Cindy, sometimes what you've been doing, you've been leaving a comment under my pinned comment, and you can't see pinned comments. I mean, you can't see comments under the pinned comment. You see where it says pinned by me, right? And then it says 6 replies. So if you go back into the short or the video or whatever, and if you click that, then your comment, that comment will pop up, right? But also, though, if I go back and I scroll down, your comment is right there. Talking about Rosemary being the sweetest thing and me not shipping her anywhere. So I think maybe, Cindy, that's what's been going on. You've been like going under my pinned comment and leaving a comment. I don't know. But it's YouTube though, so honestly, who knows? But your comments are there. Everybody can see them. And see who replied to this. Catitude, you replied to that. You want me to ship Rosemary down to you, Catitude? Okay. I got to respond to these comments. But anyways, Cindy, that could be maybe what's going on. I'm not sure. But your comments are here, though. So you're good. You're good. No worries. All right, Maxie. But that's what's been going on, Cindy, I think. You just go through the bathroom.
Sorry, Casanova.
So. All right. I think we're going to hang out with Max for another minute or so. And then we'll hang out, or we'll go and hang with the other kitties. Tranquil. The best part of living in the woods is you can literally do whatever you want within the law. That's funny. So Jesse, the reason this pillow is at this door, this is a bathroom door. Tang, before we put in the new carpet, Tang would kind of like dig at the corners of this door. So after we put in the new carpet, we're like, let's put something down here that's going to prevent him from doing that. The little monkey. John, good point. Yes, if you don't pay your HOA dues, or if you do something that is against the rules, they can legally come to you, and they can put a lien on your home, and they can take your home away. Very true. Dara, any luck getting over the crud? No, I still kind of I'm kind of cruddy, or at least I think I sound cruddy. Now I sound incoherent and cruddy. I mean, it's bad enough me sounding incoherent, but now I'm cruddy and incoherent. So I only got a few more days until I got to get back and hang with the little gremlins, aka the kiddies, the kids, I should say. Jesse, you'll give me $10 on the house. Okay. Hello there, Lisa. If you are new, hope you're doing well. This is Maximus, Lisa. He is one of 9 kitty cats that we live with. Spence, the new job. I mean, I worked it for 2 weeks, and then we went on winter break. So we'll go back on Monday. It's a school job, so it's just something to get us into the next year, and hopefully, our plan is to put this house back on the market come like the springtime, and hopefully get this place sold, and then we'll move to wherever we wind up moving to. Hello there, Nathan. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. If you are new, Nathan, a big hello and welcome. Oh, Mr. Maximus. Well, you know, Maya, I might have to wear a mask, not because of the germs, but because of my psoriasis I have on my face. Right now, I mean, I'm not looking too bad right now, but like a couple of days ago, I mean, I kind of scale up and look like a lizard a little bit. My scales have kind of calmed down. I think being sick can kind of trigger the psoriasis or dermatitis or whatever I have going on in my face. I got stuff for it, but it's not looking very pleasant right now. It's definitely a problem. So I might have to wear a mask just not to scare the kids. Or I can say, this is my Halloween mask. Anyways, let's say goodbye to Mr. Maximus. Let's go hang out with the others. If I can get off the ground. Maxie, your daddy's getting old. Old and crepid. All right, Maxie, you be a good boy with those bright eyes. All right. Hello there, Faith. Hi, Yoda. Come on, back up, buddy. Back up. Back up, you three. 3 amigos. All right, Yoda. Is it time? So, Faith, if you are new, hello. You just saw Max. We just left. The white kitty cat here is Pandora. Tuxedo, or not Tuxedo, the calico here is the baby, or the baby. Yoda is underneath the coffee table right now. And that's everybody that's out right now. Kit over here is in the bin. Hi, Kit. You're a good girl. Who am I missing? Oh, we got to go visit Tang here in a bit. Hello there, Joseph. How you doing? Faith, do you live with kitties yourself? If so, feel free to share that. Zelda. Let me see if I can get Zelda out from underneath the bed. Come on, baby. Hey, baby. Yeah, I think Tang is in the other room, so I'm just going to have to, like, put the camera in there, because whenever I go into Tang's room, the stream seems to have issues. Hi, baby. Zelda. Zelda. Come on, Zelda. We'll see if Zelda comes out. Zelda's our soon-to-be 21-year-old kitty. Oh, Tang should be... Maybe Tang's in the closet, then. Yes, baby. Let me, Baby, I'm sorry, honey, but you gotta move. let me go crawl under the bed. Try to, somewhat. Let me turn the lighting on. All right, well, we have Mr. Water Bottle here. This is the best behaved cat right here, the water. Hello there, Nature Dog. Chris, appreciate the $5 donation there. That'll be helpful when we donate again, my friend. Thank you. So Zelda is the tabby. She'll be 21 in a couple of weeks or so. By her is Tiny. Tiny is Tang's brother, and Tang must be in the closet. Unusual. All right, Zelda, let's turn this bright light off. So, but anyways, like I was saying, Zelda will have a birthday here in a few weeks. She likes her monkey. Her and her monkey are going to drink, she said. Drink, drink, and drink. Nothing but water, though, of course. Hello there, Kristen. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Bruce, the kitty you're working on at home to get used to humans again is slowly letting you pet it. Awesome, Bruce. That is good to hear. Oh, I also have some Nature Dog Realms. No worries, no worries. You come when you can, and you know, it's always nice to see you. You're always, you know, always welcomed. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Do you all remember, does anybody remember Agatha from Safe Haven? Let me know in chat if you remember Agatha. Pandora, that's not needed. Yeah. Catitude, sometimes the chat does go by pretty quickly, and sometimes it's slow. It just depends. So those who do remember, Cindy, it looks like you said yes, you remember Agatha. So Agatha was one of the kitties through Safe Haven that we sponsored because she had been there for like 6 months or something. She had to, though, like go off of the adoption list for about a month or so because previously she had like a hip surgery and her hip was like bothering her. So they had to pull her from like the adoption like group, if you will. And I think she was doing some rehab on her hip. But I noticed today that she is back on the adoption list again. So when we donate for the month of November, which will be this upcoming Sunday, when we donate again, we'll obviously be re-sponsoring. We'll be re-sponsoring Agatha again. I always like to say, if anybody has an older kitty or doggy that have maybe bad hips or arthritis, these stairs are lifesavers. We got these on Amazon for about maybe $30 or so. So if you have any kitties that are struggling to get up or down your bed or their bed or anywhere, then something like that is very useful. And sorry, everybody, for sniffling in your ears. Not trying to. Just for whatever reason, I got a bit of a runny nose. Yoda, you want to see the smiley face again? Faith, for the first few days, I was just taking some NyQuil and things like that. It didn't really do much, so I haven't taken anything for a couple of days. I'm technically doing better. I just sound worse, but I am feeling better. Hard to please guy. Well, I'm sorry that that's boring for you. How can we help you there, my man? How can we help you? How can we please you? Let me know in chat there, hard to please guy. Tranquil, when you had a 20-year-old cat, I made my own makeshift stairs. Awesome. Chris, Max is doing perfectly well. His diabetes is still under remission. We haven't had to poke him, give him any insulin for about, oh gosh, close to, I want to say 6 months now. Maybe not quite that long. He was having like some issues with his face where like chunks of his like hair was like falling off. And it seems like it was allergy related. So we got him on a novel diet right now, a duck diet. And since we started him on that, his wounds on his face have healed up, and he's overall doing very well. Jesse, have the cats accidentally ran into the walls for sure? And sometimes, to be honest with you, I'd lead them to the walls to see what they're going to do. Oh, is my man gone? My boring man? What was this guy? What was that guy's name? Hard to please guy? Yeah, I guess he's gone. Oh well. Yoda, you gonna paint for us later tonight? We're just gonna put some paint colors on your paws. John, why do you keep on getting IQ ads popping up? I don't know, John. I don't know. What have you been searching on YouTube? You know, they do say whatever you see in ads and videos is what you've been searching recently. So, I'm just kidding, John. I'm kidding. Lisa, you are from Iowa. Awesome. Very cold out there, I would imagine. We're in NC, Lisa, North Carolina. Been out here for about close to 20 years. Let me kind of flip this phone around again for just a moment here, or not again for the first time. I'm just gonna kind of show you the this one. Baby, they're looking at you now. You're like, I don't care. Yes, boobers. All right, let me flip back. Yeah. Faith, you live in Tennessee. Hello there, Patricia. Nice to see you here again. I think you were here on Saturday, if I'm thinking correctly. Not Linda. Faith, the weather in North Carolina is very up and down. Up and down. It's bipolar weather. So like one day we might be like in the 70s, and then the next day we might like be in the 40s. I was in I was gonna say Iowa, right? Yeah, Iowa. It's a cat channel. We aren't supposed to be too amusing. I don't know. I have some pretty interesting conversations on these live streams on occasion. Where is Orangey? He's supposed to be in this room supposedly, but let me try to find him since y'all are asking. Oh, that means I got to get off the floor again. Oh. He's normally out and about. Hello, Mr. Orange. I guess I left Zelda's insulin syringe out. Oops. The white kitty cat is named Pandora, Patricia. The one over there, that's Pandora. I guess we're going to have some bathroom conversations with Tang. So y'all get to see our shower. That's pretty exciting, isn't it? Tang, you want a syringe? Now, YouTube, I don't endorse drugs. This is for a cat insulin, okay? YouTube, don't take this too serious. Hi, baby. Are you just going to hang out with me on the floor? Tranquil, actually, it might look like a nice shower, but it's a pain in the butt. This shower This shower is impossible to keep clean because it has like crevices uh in it, and in the crevices like you get like that pink slime and stuff like that. I We hate this shower. Hate that shower. Hi Tang, do we need to clean your butt? You got a clean butt. Bless you, Yoda. Well, I never did any of the live stream in our whatchamacallit, in our shower area, bathroom, but I guess hey, that's where we are right now, baby. Since you're on top of me and you two are right here. Yeah, glass doors. Well, we have something that we do use that keeps them pretty clean. So we have a bit of a system. But yeah, they're a pain. John, you bathe in a steel tub. A steel stub back in your stub. A tub back in your shack. I'm sorry, John. That's quite amusing. That's quite amusing. Goodness. Uh, Z the prophet. Are you a prophet? Can you prophesize for us? Z, have they ever ran into through the glass? No. These are not pigeons or birds, I guess. I think they're slightly more intelligent than that. Hello there, Papatea. Yes, this is a kitty. Two kitties. Patricia, yes, I am sick. Physically, I am a little ran down. You can probably hear it in my voice. Mentally, I'm always a little sick, but too much catnip and cat litter and inhalation over the last 30 years. Lisa, do I ever take them out on a leash? I don't take them out on a leash. However, though, they do have an outside screened-in porch that, depending on how the weather is, if it's like nice enough out there, they will spend a very long time out there in the screened-in porch. We tried at one point in time, not with this group of these 9 kitties, but some of our older kitties that have since passed on, Lisa. We tried to leash them. And all wound up happening is we'd get the leash like around their necks, like like around their chest, and then basically we would just be dragging cats for a few feet and then just taking the leashes off. So it did not work. Let's see, what was I gonna say? Faith, good, careful, that doesn't turn into walking ammonia because there's a lot of that going around. Yeah, I mean, I can't really do much about that. I mean, once you got ammonia, you just kind of got to work it through your system. Unfortunately, medication won't do much at that point in time. But I'm not really coughing, though, so I don't think it's any kind of ammonia thing related. Let me go up to Zelda, since she's up on the bed, and the bed is softer than the floor. Spence, to answer your question, who greets us first in the morning? Well, these cats sleep with us, Spence. Not all of them, of course, because that'd be kind of crazy having 9 cats and 2 humans on one bed, right? But normally, we see Zelda, Pandora, Yoda. Those are usually the first ones because they're typically with us in the morning. Let me try to catch up on chat here. Patricia, how he looked at you was, yeah. Kristen, any plans for myself for New Year's Eve? No, just kind of hanging. Well, I did funnily, I was thinking about maybe getting up on the roof, Kristen, and me, Yoda, and Tang can howl at the moon. That was a potential thought. But I might pass. I'm not sure. We'll see. Patricia, what does your cats get for Christmas? So we're not really too big on Christmas stuff, Patricia. These cats gets things, they get toys and they get, scratching posts and they get treats all year round. We don't necessarily do Christmas or the holiday stuff. I believe if you're going to give somebody a gift, it should be because you want to give them a gift, not because you feel necessarily obligated through corporate America or because you feel like you have to give somebody a gift. I think you should give a gift anytime during the year. Could be controversial, but that's my thought. Sean, have you ever seen the movie Sleepwalker with the cats? I have, Sean. I have. Decent movie, not too bad. Hello there, busy lady. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Faith, your salt and pepper looks like our Brittany. Awesome. Yeah. It's like the same with Christmas music. I got to be honest, I don't mind Christmas music, but I do mind that it's played like 24/7. Um and it like creeps into January, or not January, it like creeps into November. Can't like November be its own month before Christmas music starts up? I gotta imagine I'm not the only person who thinks that. Um, Christmas music on occasion is good, but listening to it 24/7, it makes you, I feel like it makes you insane. I feel I have to go to like the old like time radio station so I'm not listening to Christmas music or like, sports or like talk radio or something just to get away from the Christmas music. It's insanity. Let me see. Busy lady, you're subbed. Okay, awesome. Well, busy lady, I want to tell you one of the awesome things about being in this community is, well, you get to hear some of my funny things that I say. I try hard to talk, but sometimes I just struggle. But also another great thing about this community, uh, busy lady, is we donate all of our channel money to charity at the end of every month. So I don't keep anything. We normally donate about $300 or so each month to about 6 different cat charities. We have about 40 different cat charities, cat rescue places around the world that we donate, that we rotate around. We rotate through. Um, so just a little cool thing as well. Hello there, turtle. You live with 3 kitties. Awesome. What are their names? Cindy, they're gonna start with Valentine's. Yeah, you're gonna start listening to like, love music now. That's pretty funny, Cindy. That's pretty true, actually. I don't know. I feel like it's just everything is so corporate now, right? Everything's just sell, 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 business, 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 buy, 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 consume, consume, consume. You have a kitty named Lila. Cool. Is Lila doing well, I hope? Let me swing over to the other side and get a little bit more. Well, I got the dramatic one here, of course. This is Yoda, the drama king. He's actually kind of a drama queen, even though he's all man. Well, he's not all man. He did lose some parts when he was younger, but we don't talk about that with him too much. But yeah, he's a troublemaker. He's looking all cute and innocent right now, but he knows that we know that he's a troublemaker. I'm just gonna flip over to Pandora here for a moment. Because somebody was asking, I think it was Patricia, if you're still on here, Patricia, a little bit more. Excuse me, sorry. A little bit more about Pandora here. So, Pandora, we think some people have called her like a flame point Siamese, I think, because of the coloring, like of the tail. But I don't think she's a Siamese, though. I think she is a Turkish van. And the reason I say that is because of her markings. Busy lady, you got to get back to work. All right. Well, have a good rest of your day, night at work. I hope it goes by fast. It was nice meeting you. Hopefully, we'll see you in the future as well. Excuse me. Um, but because of her markings, like these markings up on her, like above her eyes, and this marking in particular, like that's on her stomach and her tail, and because she's very chatty, and because we think she loves water. Excuse me. We think that she's a Turkish van. We don't have a pool, but in the future we might be living where we have a pool situation, and she might be running. I'm sorry, not running. She might be swimming in the pool. Catitude, a flame point Siamese has blue eyes. Okay, well, Pandora definitely doesn't have blue eyes. Linda, your cat ran in front of you and I fell over him. You broke your hip. Oh no. Your friend came over, she fell over and she broke her hip. Wow, that's quite a story, Linda. That is quite a story. I got to be careful when I walk around your kitty then. I don't want to be breaking my hip. Jesse, no, they're gonna teach me how to swim because I don't know how to swim. Yeah, I'm special. My wife can teach them how to swim. I can barely like doggy paddle. Hello there, Crystal. Your cousin, is that what you're trying to say? Your cousin cat died? I'm sorry to hear that, Crystal. Prayers to your family there. It's always tough when we lose. Hello there, Annette. How you doing? Yes, I literally do, John. I sink. It's just funny though because like I don't have like a big butt or anything, right? Like that's what you think when people sink because they got like a lot behind their behindeth. I don't know. I need like buoys, whatever that's called. Crystal, it was a table cat. What's a table cat? I'm not familiar with that. Bruce, you dive like a feather and you swim like a rock. Okay. Hello there, Mook Meek. Mook Meek, I can't remember who gifted you your membership, but you have, if you want to use the capability of emojis, you have about, I think, 15 cat emojis. You have one of Pandora, and other ones if you wish to use them. And hopefully you enjoy your channel membership and maybe renew it when the time comes. All right, what time do we got here? It's almost 50 minutes. All right, so we're gonna say goodbye to these kitties. Mookmeek, that's an awesome picture of Mr. Yoda. Once you get a job, you're joined for real. Oh, no worries, Mook, no worries. And only if you can, and only if you want to. So it's all good, all good. Just those. Oh, that'll lead me. I really never mention channel memberships, but I will say since obviously I have a decent amount of folks on here, some new, some not. We do have channel memberships for as low as 99 cents a month. And with that 99 cents a month, you can help be part of a community that donates all this money to cat rescues around the world. So for as low as 99 cents a month up to 4.99 a month, you can just be part of something that's real, that's tangible, and that is truly helping. During this year, the Giving Paws community, we donated about $6,000 roughly to about 40 charities, and we helped excuse me, we helped rehome about 40 senior special need kitties. So just a little, I don't mention this stuff very often because I don't feel like I'm good at it, but just a little something. Okay, anyways, we're going to leave this group and we're going to go downstairs and we're going to meet one more kitty who is usually a favorite of many. And we're going to go check out Miss Rosemary. Hello there, William. I think that's the Brazilian flag, if I'm thinking correctly. So welcome from to the U.S. there, out there in Brazil. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's try not to fall down the stairs. I have a pretty long streak going when it comes to falling down the stairs. I used to fall down the stairs pretty frequently, but I decided it hurts too much, so now I'm not going to anymore.
Yeah, right.
I guess my wife doesn't believe me, but that's okay. Crystal, I appreciate the subscription. I hope you enjoy the channel. There's a lot of videos to go through if you want to watch them. And it's a very welcoming, loving community. So this is Rosemary. Most of you know Miss Rosie. Rosie is about 18, roughly. Excuse me. She is deaf, so she's a special needs kitty. She also has a thyroid disease, which means that her thyroid isn't working properly, which means like sometimes her metabolism is doing this, like going crazy. And because of that, what happens sometimes, even though she eats, she loses weight because her metabolism is always going fast. Other time, her metabolism slows down and she gains weight. Currently, though, she is doing better. We have her on a food that she's wanting and willing to eat. She's eating it up. She probably is close to 5 pounds again. She got down to 4.7 pounds about a week ago or so. And we think because she's been eating more, she's been eating better, that we have a scale. We'll probably give her away. We're not going to give Rosemary away. We're going to weigh her sometime in the near future and see where she's at. She's probably close to 5 pounds again, thankfully. Yeah. Jesse, do I dive down the stairs? I try head first usually, knock some sense into me. But that would take a lot of times falling down the stairs, though. I need a lot of sense knocked into me. Hello there, Rayleigh. Rayleigh. Hello. Mook, was she always deaf, or did she lose her hearing due to age? Mook, that's a great question. It's one I cannot answer. We've only lived with Rosemary for about 3 years. So since she was about 15 or so, she was surrendered basically by her previous, I'm going to say, owner, because they wanted to put her down. And the place I was working at, the vets, they took a look at her and they kind of gave her like a once over and said, we're not going to put this cat down. She's healthy. We can't in good consciousness put her down. So long story short, eventually I just adopted her, basically from there, and she's been with us for 3 years. So we don't know if she's been deaf her whole life or if it's something she became deaf as she got older. So, but good question though. Faith, Brittany is 15. Awesome. Is she an outside kitty, an inside kitty, a mixture? Well, Mook, all of these kitties, not all of them, the vast majority of these kitties are either rescues or foster fails. We're kind of stock at 9 though. 9's kind of the limit right now. But eventually, like when the older ones pass away, which they will happen, it'll happen eventually. Maybe we'll get back to fostering because we've done so much fostering. Hello there, Chloe. Sorry you haven't been on the other lives. Oh, no worry, Chloe. Glad to see you here today. Hope you're doing well. Yes, Miss Rosemary. I know, baby girl. You're doing ish. Okay. Well, Faith, I hope. What was the kitty's name again? I'm sorry. Let me go back. Brittany. I hope she's doing well overall. Maya, we don't have an exact like day when Zelda was born. We just know it was sometime in January. Because this was like a long time ago, and we kind of rescued her from another situation that she was in. Spence, how do people foster and not bond? That's a great question, Spence, and it's really difficult because depending on, well, sometimes, Spence, like with our fostering time, sometimes we only fostered for a few days. They went to an adoption event, they got adopted. Other times we spent months with them, and usually in those times we would wind up adopting maybe one or two potentially out of the group. So it's not easy. It is not easy. Yeah. John, another IQ quiz. Sorry, John. John, would you feel better if you were getting like Viagra commercials maybe or something? We'll see how YouTube likes that question. They may not. Chloe, your soccer season is over because of your injury. I think you spoke about that last time I saw you on a live stream, Chloe. I can't remember. You injured like your hip, knee, foot, right? I know some like lower part. My, that's not nice. It's just, it's. I think John knows me enough, well enough, and has known me long enough when I'm like joking. Your knee, okay. Well, hopefully your rehab. I mean, I'm assuming you're doing some kind of rehab because I used to work in physical therapy, so hopefully your rehab is going well. Depending on like how severely injured your knee, like what happened to it, like ACL or a sprain or a strain or depending on what's going on with it. With surgery needed, not needed, type of thing.
Is that time?
Huh?
Is that time?
What?
8 o'clock.
Well, my wife is telling me it's 8 o'clock, but I've only been on for 57 minutes, so it's not quite that time. Rosemary, you have to go. Hope you have a good New Year. I hope you have a good, excuse me, New Year as well, Rosemary, with Mia and Justin. Take care. I don't think, unfortunately, Rosemary would get along with Brittany Faith. Rosemary doesn't get along with the other eight, so because of that, she has her own room. So when she's out, like the other ones are in the room, and then when vice versa, we get her out though enough, during the daytime, so she's not like stuck in her room 24/7. She has a long time outside, but she's never uh, she's never done well with the others. She hisses and spits and goes crazy and gets that wild eye look, and just she doesn't do well with other kitties. So, Kristen, glad to see Rosemary's doing well. Weight loss definitely can be scary for sure, Kristen, and I know you know how that is. Unfortunately, definitely. Um, Let me see. You torn your ACL, Chloe. Ooh, that is, yeah. You got a long. I mean, even I'm assuming you're probably on the younger side. I think you're probably in school. I'm guessing on that, of course. But you got like a good 3-6 months or so ahead of you. And I hope it all goes well. ACLs can be tricky, but I'm sure though, you do everything you need to, and you'll be back. You'll be back. Excuse me. You'll be back. Hello there, Tyler. It's literally 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. It's 8 o'clock something. All right, well, anyways, it is close to that time. Of course, as you want to say your goodbyes to one another, feel free to, of course. You can say goodbye to me if you so desire. You can definitely say goodbye to Miss Rosemary, to each other. I'm going to leave you all, of course, with these 3 things that I always like to usually leave with. Adopt, don't shop. Adopt, don't shop. Let's put those breeders, cats and dog breeders, put them out of business. People do not need designer cats or dogs. There are plenty of good, healthy kitties out there that need a good living home, that are not a designer cat or a purebred cat. Let's put those breeders out of business, right, Rosie? If you are thinking about adopting, adopt an older cat, especially a senior cat or a special needs kitty. They need the love, they need the attention. A lot of the times, older cats, they languish for a very long time. Excuse me, for a very long time in adoption places. And depending on if they're in county places, they will be euthanized if they don't get adopted out. That's just the sad reality, but I don't sugarcoat things. That's just how it is. Number 3, always advocate for your felines. You are their voice. You need to talk, speak up if there's an issue. Confront your vet if you need to. Veterinarians do not know everything. They know more than you overall, of course, because they studied it for 10 years. But they don't know more about your particular kitty or doggy than you do. So always advocate and speak up. Even if that means asking difficult questions for the vet or maybe finding a different vet altogether. All right. Let me just kind of scroll through the chat. Hello there, Roland. Everybody's just saying their goodbyes. Awesome. Sorry that your boyfriend is being mean to you there. Get another boyfriend. Hello, Bailey. Not Bailey. Bianca, I do believe. Hello. And on that lovely note, I think everybody has said their goodbyes to each other. I'm going to hit that X button. I wish you all the best of, I was going to say the best of luck during New Year's. Just be safe out there. Don't go crazy. Have fun. Do whatever, I guess that you do to have fun, but don't go in jail. I am not going to bail any of you out. I don't know any of you in that way. You're all on your own. Take care. God bless. And hopefully we'll see you in 2026. All right. Bye, all.